his decision in the high
Last
storm,
time.
Kaladin made made certain to arise before the others. He threw off his blanket and strode through the room full of blanketed lumps. He didn't feel excited, but he did feel resolute, determined to fight again. He began that fight by throwing the door open to the sunlight. Groans and curses sounded behind him as the groggy bridgeman awoke. Kaladin turns towards him, hands on hip. Bridge 4 currently had 34 members. That number fluctuated, but at least 25 were needed to carry a bridge. Anything below that, and the bridge would topple for certain. Sometimes it did even with more members. Up and organize, Kaladin shouted, in his best squad leader's voice. He shocked himself with the authority in it. The men blinked bleary eyes. That means, out of the barrack and form ranks. You'll do it now, Storm you, or I'll haul you off out one by one myself. Some of the bridgemen sat up, staring at him, baffled. Others turned over in their blankets, putting their backs to him. Kaladin took a deep breath. So be it. He strode into the room and chose a lean Alethi man named Moash. He was a strong man. Kaladin would need an example. And one of these skinnier men, like Dunny or Narm, wouldn't do it. Plus, Moash was one of those who turned his back to go back to sleep. Kaladin grabbed Moash by one arm, heaved, and pulled him up with all his strength. Moash stumbled to his feet. He was a young man, perhaps near Kaladin's age, and had a hawkish face. Storm off, he said, slapping his arm away. Kaladin punched Moash right in the gut, where he knew it would win him. Moash gasped in shock, doubling over, and Kaladin stepped forward to grab him by the legs, slinging Moash over his shoulder. Where he then proceeds to haul him out into the yard, and you all know what happens. Hello, welcome. So good to see everybody.
But we can't see everybody.
Yeah, not everybody.
Jake's lame.
Everyone's here. They're all here.
Jake hasn't
Yeah,
figured out the Xbox situation yet.
I have decided
Yes.
sound quality versus image.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, don't get me wrong. Love your
Wasn't-
face, but
Wasn't that my
Telling me
idea?
You decided to go with something that worked versus something that didn't. This is shocking to me.
it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
You know, he will not be able to see very good.
Alrighty. Welcome back. You guys are slaves. Welcome to Bridge 4. You're destined to die. But your bridge leader, newly appointed, Kaladin, has decided that he doesn't want you to. But unfortunately, the rest of the bridge crews largely disagree, minus Pellinor, who is very excited to get into trading. Garrick also, begrudgingly, went out. After his declaration, he then proceeded to go and get his pay from Gaz, 5 chips per week. So as far as the actual currency goes, I think I will just explain that to you guys right now.
Did I put my gold in? I hope I did. Fuck. I did not. I need to do that real quick. So we made 5 each, basically, right?
Yeah, do 5 Electrum.
5 Electrum. Does it matter if we do it in gold or Electrum?
It doesn't, but it might be easier to note that way. Later on,
Oh,
it'll matter more, actually,
yeah.
so let's get into the
Okay.
habit of putting it in like that.
Sure.
So there's 3 denominations of each
Also, why the
sphere
fuck Electrum?
because
awful
you
human
have
being.
a chip.
No, I'm just like, you awful human being for using Electrum as
I
one
think
of the
that's the first
currencies.
time I've ever used Electrum.
No, I know, it's an awful currency, and that's why I cursed him for it.
Yeah, and it's not technically Electrum, but it denotes that you have
It's close
a
enough.
chip, which is tiny.
It's the closest thing, because it's not. This is currency for basically the camps, right? I assume.
No, this is currency throughout the world, but it is
This
literally
useless.
the tiniest denomination.
So
of
what you're telling me
currency.
there's a variation. This is a penny versus like a fucking dollar quarter or something like that.
Sort of. Okay, so essentially the way it works is that
Bro, they gave us
Sorry.
poker chips and are calling it money.
It's Monopoly money.
the base of everything is called a chip. So no matter what the gemstone is, it's a chip. After that, it goes up to a mark, which is 5 chips, and then there's a brome, which is equal to 4 marks or 20 chips.
I love that. All right.
So the lowest denomination are diamonds, otherwise they're also called clear. So clear marks, clear chips, clear bromes. Then there's garnet or blood. There's ruby or fire, sapphire or sky, and the most expensive are emeralds. A single emerald chip is worth 50 diamond chips.
Nice.
Can we get like
Do
a
we
visual
want to
representation
upgrade
I
here?
want emerald, man.
clear
That
Okay,
sounds
yeah.
great.
green?
Put me in that Minecraft world. Let me get that emerald.
Goodness gracious.
This is a super shitty picture because its resolution is low, but this is essentially what you're looking at.
What our current currency is. Oh shit.
So,
Okay.
chip, mark,
Wow.
brome.
Never did I
And
think we'd live in a
see.
world where
Okay.
diamond is the
No,
least expensive gem. All
A
right.
chip is 1
Diamonds
point.
are worthless.
A mark is 5, and then a
yeah,
brome would
so
be 10.
1, 5, 20.
1, 5, 20. Okay, I gotta write this down.
I'm literally trying to do the same thing if this pen's
I
cap would
will-
come off.
Here, there's
Oh, it's not a cap. I'm just stupid.
an actual deal here. There.
Your words,
I
not
will
mine.
just screenshot this and post it.
Beautiful.
Post up.
You're the savagery. You're not even a bard anymore. Appreciate it.
The worst part is that's a direct quote from my girlfriend.
Oh dear lord.
There you go.
Jake may
Thank
not
you.
be a
Donka.
bard anymore, but that won't stop him from getting some strange STD in this camp.
Completely accurate. Sorry, Trace, to put you on that
I
tangent.
mean, all my characters are gonna have bard-like charisma.
Kara, you got that Riz.
You got that, Riz.
Always got the riz.
Riz Lord.
Riz.
All about the riz.
Oh, I thought you said Ritz, like crackers.
Or
I'm so
Carlton.
old I had to look up what Riz meant like 3
Bro,
months
I'm not
ago.
even. I'm not even
Charisma.
gonna. I'm not even gonna
Charisma. That's how
lie,
you
Cam.
remember it.
The only reason I know what that means is because I have fraternity brothers that I've played games with that had to explain it to me.
Too much. All this
Dude,
slang.
I figured it out because I played D&D and charisma's a stat, and I was like, Riz.
Yeah, if you guys look at the second picture I posted in D&D notes, that's a good representation of like the differentiation in size and brightness.
And I assume we have the smallest possible version of a diamond.
Yeah, you have a diamond mark or a clear mark.
Mark.
And now, are all of
We have-
these like minted, or are they just kind of like chips?
So they're legitimate gemstones that have been cased in glass. They are used
Wish
for
we had
both.
that currency in real life. Fuck, that'd be so cool.
Wait, are you telling
is
me
cool.
there's probably some gambling game where we use these as marbles?
Stop it. Stop it right now. You stop it
Maybe.
right now with the
Yes.
There is
gambling in
now.
every
I'm
world.
I'm just trying to paint the world. I don't have any way for us to actually gamble with marbles over.
You gotta
so-
look
I mean,
around.
we could gamble in the barracks with our own marbles.
Yeah, interestingly enough, there's just one thing to know about this world. The Voran Church is against prophecy, as they see it as signs of the Voidbringer. So any sort of prediction of like a random game, any non-skill based gambling or game is generally frowned upon.
Noted.
Also, spheres are round on all except for one side, which is flattened, so that they can be placed on a flat surface and not roll off.
So, yes, but no.
You play curling with them.
Because
Not
I'm
marbles.
just saying, it may not be popular.
Bring some sand from inside.
But as soon as you say something isn't allowed, there's a black market for it.
Yeah.
This
What's
is
that?
the nature of economy.
What's that marble game where you have to like pick them up and then drop one in each slot?
Mancala.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one.
So there's
Pachinko.
That's fun.
Mancala, which I'm sure there's a game version of that, but then there's also like old school dice where you gotta shoot them out of the freaking ring.
Play Bakugan.
They also
Anyway.
have a little marble shooter. I had one at home, and it had like the little things that you
Little
go like,
shooters.
"Pew, pew," and then it would fire off to the opponent. Then you could just do it back and forth.
I remember those
Is
games.
this a tangent you expected talking about currency, Trace?
Yeah, it's great. Anyways,
Sorry.
could I have
my
everybody
mistake.
except for Brittany roll an Arcana check, please?
Ooh, being a woman.
No.
That was just my guess, honestly.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Why
natty
would I
one.
tally something.
Wow.
You mean a natural zero?
Natty zero.
That is impressive, actually. Jesus.
Congrats on being our 5th natural one.
Ooh.
Damn. Okay. Job, guys.
See, I
Christ.
got a
Either
good
know
job
or
still.
You don't know.
I appreciate what end up
I'm
voting.
missing.
The
Yeah.
most magical thing Brandon has ever seen in his life is this coin. Is being paid as a slave.
All right, you said Arcana?
Yes, please.
Stupid. Yes, I know. About
Oh,
down
wait,
20. God damn it.
I'm on the wrong.
Ooh, this is gonna be bad.
Why is this rolling from my
Oh my
fighter?
god, guys! Double natural
my-
zeros!
This is your one and only fire spell.
Wow.
That's
See,
awesome.
Trace asked
God.
Arcania, and you guys said Arcant.
Oh my god.
Dad jokes.
It's great. That is
Okay.
just amazing.
I just
Well
gotta
done.
test this to see if it's rolling from the right. There we go. Okay.
Wow.
What in the
Guys, come
actual
on.
fuck?
You're
That was
trying.
a test, though.
Actually...
That was a test.
Oh, okay,
It
wait.
doesn't count.
Okay, wait. I was about to
Just
mark
to
another
make
one down
sure it
and be
was
like,
coming
guys,
from the
that's
right
3.
character. But
Either way.
yeah, my Arcana is
what
plus
in
0
the
anyway, so same.
So it would have been
So I still would have got a 2 on that one.
Okay.
cool. It
Um,
wasn't 3 natural ones, at least.
Yeah. Okay. Garrett.
Wow.
Rule 20 really bad at us tonight for that tangent.
Yeah. Garrick, as you come to consciousness the next morning outside, as you are wont to do, you notice something weird. Kind of floating around your legs and just kind of your head in general. You see what appears to be like a little misty kind of steam bubble. It's not actual in the confines of a bubble, but there's just like a sphere of steam that's kind of circling you.
I'll hold out my hand kind of for it, like kind of reaching towards it, letting if it comes to my hand kind of curiously, like what the hell is this?
You'll see it kind of land and then kind of slip through and then pop back out. It's a weird spren. It's some sort of spren. You don't know what it is.
I'm just
Anyway.
kind of poking at it inquisitively as my time goes.
Let's see here. Next up, Liz. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. So, Luis, you will come to consciousness and you'll hear a kind of a weird buzzing off to the right of your ear.
Oh, piss off! And I kind of
Oh,
kinda
this is
swat
why
at the
she
ear.
didn't have to roll it. I get it now.
Is it
You
just
look
a
over
bug?
and you see, no, not quite. It's this little, like about that big section of it. It kind of looks like the stone, the soul cast stone on the wall is like shifting kind of in like weird circular, almost line-like patterns.
Am I right pissed?
As you ask that, you'll see it kind of streak across your skin and kind of land its way on what looks like the front of the fabric of your kind of belly area of your shirt. And it blends in so well that if you weren't looking at it, it wouldn't be super noticeable.
So what do we have here? Is anyone else seeing this?
Shut up.
Uh, was there anything in that bread? Because I swear I'm right pissed. The last time I was hallucinating like this, me and all my boys threw a piss up.
Can I hear this from outside?
Roll a perception check.
Nah, I'm distracted.
Yeah. Lastly, Raphael, you look out from your golden hair and your golden eyes and your vaguely golden skin, and you see a little bulb of light that kind of, as it moves, seems to have, it almost looks like a comet where it has kind of a streaking tail, but there's these little kind of rings of light that pulse off it before kind of disintegrating off, and it's just kind of circling your head as well.
Reach
Some
out
weird
and
spin.
grab it.
As you try to grab it, it kind of slithers through your fingers and then comes to rest at the top of your hand, kind of just a pulsing little light.
I just kind of lean back, just put my feet up. I'm just gonna observe. Just
You observe.
not gonna try and attack it, seeing that it's just gonna avoid me. Just gonna let it sit there. Be
It
like,
is
huh.
it is a sprin. You know sprin generally. Most of the time you ignore it, but this is a weird sprin. You haven't seen this sprin before, and that goes for all of you.
What?
I'm gonna tuck it in my hair. Or at least try to.
As you try to kind of move it over, it just goes back to kind of circling around you.
Alright. I'm gonna keep on just messing around with it very just fluidly. Be like,
Cool.
well, this is a fun game.
Cool. Well, last you guys saw, Kaladin had brought back a couple of injured members from a bridge run. One man had an arrow through his leg, which has currently been wrapped as best as Kaladin could do, but definitely is going to need some antiseptic. There's another fellow with a gut wound, which is looking really bad if he doesn't get some antiseptic. And then there's another man who's just kind of vaguely staring off into the distance after going on his first bridge run.
Kind of haunted.
It was Lister oil that we needed, right? Lister oil or knobweed sap.
Lister oil, knobweed sap, or there is also a very gross mucus. The mucus is lowest quality as well as the cheapest. But regardless, even if you guys all managed to pool your money, it would still be too expensive to get a significant amount. And Kaladin said he had an idea.
If it's making our own mucus in some kind of a circle, I am against this.
I hate how he laughed about it. That's the most concerning part about this whole conversation now.
In any case, you guys all come to relative wakefulness as you are not on bridge duty this morning and are generally allowed to sleep in. But once again, Kaladin will call for everybody to come to wakefulness. Again, the majority of bridgemen do not. They distinctly decide to stay in bed and once again turn their backs on him.
Hey, I'm gonna ask again, like I did last night. Did we have a piss up? Because I feel like I drunk a right goop.
Is this in front of everyone right now that you're saying this?
Yes.
I kind of like tilt my head like, what?
A piss up. You layman's would call it a party.
Party. Who's having a party?
No.
Then what the hell happened to me last night? I must be losing my ones and twos.
My character, Garrick's literally looking at you, just going like this. Just,
It
Uh,
happens.
I kind of just, I do like the running, pushing motion, and then it just kind of makes you
Uh,
crazy, kind of.
to me, perception check, please.
I can't speak common.
What I am speaking is slang, my good sir.
Yes.
You mean him or me?
To me, after his second day of not being able to pull Bridgman out, you see him, Kaladin, holding out his hand and talking to the little blue feminine figure once again. He kind of shakes his head before you all will see him go over to the lumberyard, pick up, after talking to one of the workers there, pick up a section of lumber, probably a good 5 feet long, and he'll just start running it back and forth in front of the barracks. Back and forth, back and forth.
Is Syl, that's her name, right?
Yeah.
Is she still around him or is she watching?
Interestingly enough, okay, so she floated around him initially, and then she flew off towards actually Gaz.
I know that my character knows nothing about this, but for clarity, is this like a little sprite that's following him
It's a
around,
sprint.
or is this?
It's
Yeah.
a sprint. You and I know what sprint are out of game. But just for reference, in game, it's a sprint.
Okay, I
every
was looking for clarity because I thought this was a full-blown woman that he was
Do
talking to. And
Do
I
you
was
remember
just like,
Faye? Do
hang
you
the
remember
fuck
Faye
on.
from Jared's
Yes.
campaign?
Yes.
Yeah, imagine that, but actually written the way that Trace wanted it to be, and not take it into a weird fucking route like Jared put it.
That's kind of what I figured,
wasn't Faye
but I
not
wanted
my
the clarity.
he slapdashed away what I wanted it to be, and then slapdashed your character into it.
Faye from Shane's campaign,
Oh,
Faye the
Shane's.
fairy,
Yeah, the one that
was slapdashed on top of what he actually wanted his character to be.
It's great.
never knew that.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
In any case, Sprint are a fairly common sight in this world. You learn pretty early to kind of ignore them. There are many forms of Sprint. Glory Sprint will be these little golden orbs. Shock Sprint will be these rings that pop around the top of your head. Creation Sprint, if somebody is engaging in particularly creative activities, will look like little objects that kind of float around them in this yellowish shade. Pain Spren look like these skinned hands that are kind of purple and reaching out from the ground. And all these things are
She's of
small.
the kingdom.
Okay. I am glad I asked for clarity because when you said little blue woman, I am 100% picturing Smurfette.
Yeah, I knew
And
you
that
were gonna
was-
say that, you motherfucker.
No.
Oh my God.
Imagine
Definitely not
How about-
Smurfette.
How many other points of reference do you have for
Imagine
tiny
Blue
blue
Tinkerbell.
woman?
Get Blue
Uh,
Tinkerbell, and that's a little bit
Yeah,
better. At least.
imagine
Okay.
that, but slightly transparent and can shift their shape into like a ribbon
Okay.
and several other shapes.
We'll
but-
get to those later.
Yeah, regardless, you guys will see Kaladin go about his training back and forth.
I
Back in the
shrug.
barracks.
I
This is
shrug and
training?
actually do the exact same thing. I just start joining and following.
Okie dokie. Back at the barracks, as you see Garrick going over to check out the lumber himself, Rock, the large horn eater, will step up. I bet you 1 mark that he is using a lightweight board to impress us.
I'll take that bet.
bet, mate. I immediately look over at Cam's characters and I lock eyes as if to say, are we about to be best friends?
Remember what Trey said at the beginning of this game, guys? Hey, yeah, it's typically frowned upon to make bets that are based off of chance. Immediately around the corner.
Well,
I want to make a
however,
bet based off of chance.
This
There
is not
may be
actually.
things that you learn about my character
So-
later that would lead you to believe I would do this anyways.
So, there's an important distinction here. This has a definitive yes or no answer.
That's fair.
Throwing something like a dice and predicting that it would be 1 through 6, that would be
That's
frowned upon.
yeah. Okay, that's fair.
In any case,
Can he or can't he is not, but
Yeah.
will it or won't it land on this or that?
Yeah.
I see.
a few other people end up taking the bet, and you guys will see Kaladin keep running back and forth until he is distinctly sweaty. Garrick, at some point in the middle, you join in. How big of a board are you taking?
How big will this let me take?
Decent, probably about the same size as Kaladin's.
Going for it.
Okie dokie. You go about your training as well as
I was really
you-
hoping for a higher number to be more impressive. Being like, I wanted like that big 25 or something to be like, yeah, that I'm going to be impress everyone.
as you very easily fall in step with the man in front of you. Roll an insight check with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage.
Montage.
You're a military man. You recognize your own. This guy was most definitely some relatively high position in the military for a
Higher
dark
than
eyes.
I was.
Yeah.
Hmm.
In any case, you
Note.
all will see him after a decent few laps place down the board, go over to a water barrel, and proceed to slurp down the metallic rainwater from the riddens before running back. He'll pat Garrick on the back there. Good work. In any case, we have rock gathering duty later on today. Be ready. As he kind of nods at Teft, Rock, and Pellinor, I believe, and then Garrick as well, who were my four who agreed. Toomey, did you want to help out too last time?
Help out with what?
He said that he had a plan.
Oh,
And
yes.
he got several people to agree to it.
Yes.
Okay. Toomey as well. As you all will see him nod at you and then proceed to trot off into the distance.
Guess I'll follow. Fuck.
Well, he
Oh, yeah, okay.
he's not doing
Solo
anything
mission.
particular. He basically gave you guys
But
told
who
you what was
won the
going on.
bet?
You'll
Go pick up
see
the
Rock.
board. See how heavy it is.
Yeah, you'll see Rock walk over to the board, put like a hand on it, put a second hand on it, lug it up. Shit. As he
And just
fishes
to
out
see if-
a
just
few
to see if
marks.
he's faking. Yeah, I was gonna say if he doesn't want to pay up and
All
he's
right,
trying
sorry
to
about all
deceive
that.
me, I'm gonna
Should be
just gonna
sorry.
stick my toe out far enough that he trips on it and has to really balance it. You know, like really weight check him.
Roll a, I don't know, sleight of hand, I guess.
Sleight of foot.
I don't think I'm good at this at all, but I'm excited to roll dice.
You're rolling dice, brother.
Woo!
Take those.
Yeah,
We take those.
You'll see him
You take those.
spot you trying to trip him, and then he'll proceed to kind of step off to the side and drop the board. Oh, sick lowlanders, as he will fish out a couple marks and hand them to the people that he lost the bet to, begrudgingly.
Pleasure doing business with you.
By the way, Garrick, could I get you to roll a con saving throw, please?
Yeah.
You're
I'm
tired.
tired.
Yeah, like your muscles are achy.
I sit down and I just kind of do what I usually do to relax by retracing the symbol in the sand. My little doodles.
Sweet.
Whoa.
Those of you are outside, so I suppose Raphael, Pellinor, and Toomey. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Would I not be outside after watching this?
Perception.
You could be, if you so desire.
Because I feel like in order to watch what was going on with the bet, I would have to be outside. That was where my interest was.
I figured that
Oh,
most
I
people would
perceive.
filter back inside after this sight of insanity.
I don't know. I feel like
My
I
literal
feel like
note
my
is big
character
money
is more
exclamation point.
drawn to the insanity, so it kind of goes where it's needed.
Hand in hand.
Eleanor, you're the only one who gets a good, really a decent angle on what Garrick is currently drawing. Roll a performance check. Let's see how. Not sorry, Garrick. Roll a
Ooh.
performance check.
Me?
Yeah, Garrick.
27.
Yeah, it's an
I've got
elementary
a
doodle.
drawing for. I've got the drawing that actually. Hold on, I got you ready. No, I'm not even joking. It's right here. No, I'm not even joking. It's straight up just this over and over and over again.
Triangle.
Choco. Yeah, it's he seems to just be doodling in the crim.
I keep my eyes closed in it. Then I just kind of over and over retrace that same pattern. That's funny because that's probably what I rolled last time too for the performance. So that's why I made it so crude.
It's pretty fucking close.
He is not an artist.
Nope. It's something that I need to keep in my memory though.
In any case, anybody else want to have any conversations prior to rock gathering duty?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna walk up to my new best friend who also bet that the board was real. So, tell me about yourself, Guido.
Gancho.
Gancho. Yeah, Gancho. That's what I meant. Stony.
Marijuana.
Are you talking to me?
Righto, I am.
We're really gonna have to work on this whole communication thing here, brother. I'm really struggling to understand what you're saying. You're all over
Am
the
I
place.
not speaking common?
Roll a history check, I suppose. Yeah.
And I can, if you do well on this, I'm just gonna give you.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Same
Should I
with
give him like half the list?
no. Same with you, Louise, please.
With me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was for him knowing
Both.
any of my slang.
Nope, just recognizing some shit. Okay. Lowell, you recognize that that's a Herdasian. That's a Herdasian talking. They speak very quickly, tend to mash their syllables together, and use a lot of slang. Louise, you recognize that Lowell has a very Vaden accent, despite the fact that he has no red hair to speak of at the moment.
He has a Vaden accent?
Vaden, which is the country of Yakaved.
Different country.
You know what, Cam? I will give you some of these slang words if you can roll it a good history. I'm gonna give you a percentage based on how many words I have.
I rolled a 14 on history.
Do you want to roll another one?
I can roll another one. My history's trash, so we'll see.
Well,
Watch
see,
this
that's
be
what
the
I'm saying.
natural
It'll
20.
be
Okay.
perfect. All right, so an
Not
8,
great.
I
Like
will give
an
you
8.
one, which is gancho, which is just friend. It'd be like mate or amigo. So it's like the one word I will give you. In my
Gonjo.
slang.
Gancho.
Goncho.
Gancho.
All right, write it down next to your name.
Gancho. Right
That's
out,
a weird
Gancho.
Gancho.
I have
Well, thank
I
you,
have so many
Goncho.
slang words written down here in a chart on one whole page.
Gancho.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I'd rather not talk about my past. I was kicked out of the church, so I tend not to speak about it very often.
Oh, that's bloody awful, mate. Where
Roll a religion check.
me?
Yeah.
We're not gonna do well at this, boys.
I mean, are they right next to me? Considering they were trying to look at my my little dirt
9.
drawing.
Sure.
Am I hearing this shit?
Sure.
All right, fucking.
Okay. Garrick, a lot of things just made sense. Number one, that man is light-eyed. which is weird. So occasionally like fifth or sixth sons of Light Eyes will go into the Ardentia because there's nothing that they are going to inherit, basically.
Ooh.
Worthless.
Ardents,
You're screwed from the
Ardents-
start, huh?
yeah. Ardents are, for all intents and purposes, slaves, but they are highly valued slaves, and they're not allowed to own any material possessions, whereas regular slaves are. They also tend to belong to whatever High Lord is in the region in some propensity. Men are allowed to read if they're an Ardent, because there isn't really, like, if you're an Ardent, you don't really distinguish between male or female traits. You're just an Ardent.
I kind of, as I'm sitting down, I'll kind of tug on your rags and I'll kind of do one of these where I kind of do this and then point to you. Kind of asking if you write.
Are you asking if I can write or read?
Well, that's bloody offensive.
I did learn, yes.
What? Me too. I high five.
Wait a minute. I was going to tell you to stop, but hold on. I got to write something else down now. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Other mildly important thing that Garrick would know, the Ardents also have some of the best swords masters in the world. They are the ones who train the Light Eyes.
Ooh. Well, I got to write down to Lewis that he can read and write too. I was never expecting that.
Roll a history check, Garrick.
Dear Lord. Maybe I was expecting it. Let's find out, shall we? My history's not bad. Nope, I had no idea that he could.
No idea. No idea why.
Okay. I'll kind of look over to Lowell and I'll kind of write me, I guess, is kind of what it looks like I'm pointing at, because it's hard to figure out any other way to say it.
Do you want me to teach you?
That would
Right.
be a little girly.
Right for you? All right, here, Mr.
Maybe he wants us to write him something. Because he looks very important to me. I don't think this man wants to do no raiding.
I'm pointing to him. Like, yes, that's exactly what I want.
All right, well, since you understand what he's saying, I'm gonna let you deal with what he's asking for here.
No, I need your help on this.
I'm gonna just walk away.
Oh, no.
Before you walk away, you'll just hear, Garrick.
Garrick. All right, Garrick. Lowell.
I'll give
leave.
you a wink and then do my kind of quiet thing for you again, knowingly.
I'll give him a nod of appreciation and leave.
All right.
I'm going to look over at Garrett because he walks away and goes, "That's me best ganjo." Completely got ditched. Know that I got ditched.
I just pat you on the shoulder and give you a thumbs up.
Lord. Alrighty.
So what was it you needed me to jot down for you?
The flaw in the plan.
We can fast forward this so I don't have to sit here and pantomime it, but it was the name.
Oh, I want to see the pantomime.
I don't know.
You don't have to do the back and forth where I question it, but I have to see the pantomime. I just gotta see this.
Fuck it.
2
I'll just
syllables.
the name.
Oh, you do speak. Oh, this is bloody brilliant.
Words matter less than actions.
And I'll just walk away.
As you walk away, Garrick, you notice your little steam sprin gonna trail in behind you.
I'll reach down my hand for it.
So
It'll
did he
hop
want
on.
me to write his name?
You ask this to the air.
Yep. So
As
that's
you-
exactly what I'm
you-
gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna in letters right in front of the door frame. I'm just gonna write his name.
Okay.
Like
As you
like right outside on our way in, as if it is a doormat.
as you ask the question to nobody in particular, you just hear a soft from the little spot on the fabric of your shirt.
I believe I am right, pissed. I'm just gonna keep drawing and go lay down. I need to sleep whenever this is off.
Okay. Inside the
With it.
barrack,
So
is
with
there anybody who wishes to speak to one another, or are y'all chilling?
Can I see the spren that's on his tummy?
Roll a perception check. It's gonna have to be real high.
20. Do it.
Nope.
Nope.
Do it for the
You do
no.
very obviously see the little glob of light that is kind of tracing around Raphael's head, though.
Constantly with my hands.
Like a
Looks like
cat.
an angel.
Meow.
God damn it. Even has the name of one.
In any case, those of you inside the barrack still, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Me too. Or
I'm outside, right?
I mean, you're wherever you want to be, buddy.
Sure, why not? I'll go inside and see if I can perceive things.
Nope.
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 Welcome to the inside.
Varix, you're the only one who's really getting a sense of what's going on in the room. You hear Moash and a couple of the others basically just saying that Kaladin is full of shit. He is just trying to make himself important. He's trying to order us around. Gaz says that he lied about being some important person in the military. Blah blah blah. You just hear a lot of shit talking, and roll an insight check. Damn, them arguments are kind of persuasive. And
What a
you
dick.
get the feeling that they're passing through the rest of the barracks pretty darn quick.
What do you mean by they're passing through the? Oh, like they're walking quick.
No,
No,
just
the rumors.
The
the
rumor.
rumors.
Oh, it's like fire.
Rumor has it.
High school never ends, right?
High school
High
never
school
ends.
never ends.
God
God damn it.
cool.
Now I want to go listen to that.
Sorry.
All right.
Good. Bowling for Soup is good.
It is.
Sweet. Well, unless anybody has anything else they wish to speak to
What-
others about,
Would I be hearing these rumors?
roll a perception check.
Just over the night, day, during rock gathering?
You hear like something here and there, but none of it's substantive enough for you to give a fuck.
Just rumors.
Yeah.
It
In
happens
any
here.
case,
I stay away from it.
you all are lugged outside of the craters and into the mountainside behind, as you are led out to go ahead and do some rock gathering. As Kaladin, you all will pile them up here, and then Kaladin will put them onto the cart itself.
These rocks.
Yep. So you guys are looking for rocks, roughly that sized, like melon sized. You are aware that they will be soul cast into grain to feed the army. For some reason, it works better to have a rock than to do it from air.
Rock.
Eat rocks.
After it's been fundamentally transformed through mysterious church magic that nobody knows about, yeah.
Magic.
Imagination.
In any case, those of you who agreed to assist, so to me. Oh, well, that's weird. Are you a map layer? Oh, you are map layer stuff. Damn it.
Wrong map. Wrong layer.
No, it's fine. I just have you all on the map layer instead of the actual fucking layer. Just
Yeah. Roll
no
20.
se bueno. There we go.
It's okay. It's not that hard to fix, actually.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Yeah. So Toomey, you're part of the plan. Rock is part of the plan. Pelinar, you're part of the plan. Garrick, you're part of the plan. Teft is part of the plan.
It's all a part of the plan.
I think that's all the people that are part of the plan. Okie dokie. Not you, Moash. You hate him. Okay. As you guys gather around, you'll see Kaladin pull out what looks like a soft blue stalk, kind of a harder outside carapace shell with a little fuzzy bit at the top. Oh god, is this fucking bear? No, I'm forgetting myself. Brittany, what was the second one? Knobweed? Knobweed
Yes.
sap?
Knobweed.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Knobweed sap.
Sweet. He'll pull it out. Okay, guys, this is a knobweed. Supposedly, we're supposed to get a drop out of each of these of antiseptic, so we need a bunch of them. We need a bunch. My plan, but I don't know. What do you guys think would be the best way to sneak them out?
Wait, I'm sorry. Are we looking for them?
We're looking
Here?
for them. We're gonna get a bunch of them so that we can make antiseptic. But we need to sneak them out. How are we gonna sneak them out?
Who's
How big
boofing
are
them?
they? How big are they?
They're imagine like a chive size.
I would like to
Pretty nutty,
start
that big.
pulling my bandages off of me and start weaving them to try to make a bag if I can. Take the ones off my neck too for the first time in fucking ever.
I think that it might be best if the guards have no inkling of what we're doing.
But yeah, that's right.
Do
It
we
might
take
them
the
away.
carts of rocks like directly to a specific place, or
So
we
you are
pass
aware
anywhere
that
on the way?
the carts are taken to a little yard. They're just filled with rocks, so it's not like they're super well guarded. There's generally just like a young boy or two who are on night watch.
Do we take them there though, or do like guards take them there?
So you guys load the carts, and then the carts are pulled off by chols.
Oh, okay.
So what's the plan?
All right.
I thought you said
How
you
many do
had
we
a
need?
plan, my guy.
He does have a plan. However, player agency is good.
How many do we need?
A lot.
A bunch.
Bunch.
So that'll be a separate
And
aspect.
are
For
they-
now, we're just figuring out how the hell to get
How
them.
to
So
get them out.
imagine there's going to be
Are-
like bushels about like that big.
Before they're derived into this ointment or whatever, are they toxic at all?
No.
Okay. Pelinar's got a plan that's pretty gross.
Oh no.
All right. If you guys don't mind, I have an idea. I'm going to take off my eye patch and hold open my empty eye socket. I could fit a couple in here.
Oh, gross.
Nice. Nick
Either that
Fury
hole or
keeping
someone
both
else's
eyes
hole.
open. I like it.
You broke the DM.
I
Good job.
was just thinking about that. Holy shit.
Okay, but on a different note, Jake, does this not look like if Brandon and Steve were combined into one person?
Mhm.
Holy shit, that was so out of pocket.
Oh my god, you're wrong.
Fuck, Jake. Oh,
Not a bad
I'm
look.
just saying.
And thus the heavens themselves opened, and for a moment, Pellinir, you saw the face of the Almighty, and he said, "No." Okay, look, we're just gonna strap him to the bottom of the cart. We need somebody to do it stealthily, okay?
Oh,
Almighty
That
above.
works too. That's fine.
That's gonna
What
be
are
my
these?
suggestion, but
Hang
holy
on, what are
shit.
these things called again?
You don't know. You're not involved.
Well, I was just asking for curiosity.
Knobweed.
Knobweed?
we
Knobweed sap.
we
We need knobweed to make the sap.
Okay.
In Jake's eye.
Just trying to help.
Who's stealthiest? Who here is
I have
pretty
+2.
Plus one.
samesies?
Not you. And then he. Christ. Okay. So we'll strap him to the bottom of the cart. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You see him kind of shiver. It's fine.
I thought it was a creative solution.
I like that guy. He came with
Garrick's even like,
solutions.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, dude, that was just awful.
That man's getting
Um,
promoted.
In any case, go look around, see what you could see, find as many as you can, bring them
What are
back
we
to me. Look at
strapping
it.
them to the cart with?
Well, we have number one, his bandages. Number two, we have some twine that I still have. Like you guys, you basically have like the equivalent of a burlap sack over you that is tied together with like a rope. So you could use a belt as well.
Is your friend able to help us secure things underneath the cart?
You know that I presume you're speaking about this, Bryn.
Yeah. Are they
Uh,
like corporeal?
No, Sprint aren't really corporeal. They could give you like little bits of like jolts of energy, but that's about it.
Okay.
Um,
I mean,
Ask Eye Patch Dude for his belt. He's
I was gonna-
clearly willing to do anything.
I was gonna say I could
It'll help.
pantomime to the bandages again, and we could attempt to use the bandages.
yes. In any case, you will find a solution to tie it to the bottom of the cart. I was just seeing if anybody had more creative solution.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, we're
I
done.
had a very creative one.
Yeah, no,
That's fair.
There was one.
The one solution I think broke any solutions that were going to happen.
Oh, yeah, that
God
no
had to
doubt a lot.
intervene. God stepped
That
in.
was one of the most insane things anyone could have ever said to me.
Stick it in my eye hole. Oh god.
Just saying, whatever gets
We
you.
need a
knocked
I need
shit
that
ton of
sound
it,
clip.
but you
I
know.
need,
don't
I need
kink
the sound
shame.
clip of Trace saying "stick it in my eye hole."
Eye
Have
hole.
fun. Have fun with that. It always goes back to just how are we going to get on the roof, guys? Well, we could use this spell, and I could wild shape, and I could polymorph. Oh wait, we have a rope.
We're
Again,
just
I
too
offered the
creative.
bandages.
That's why.
I did a simple one.
I know.
We came in wanting to play some hardcore D&D, and so we were trying to just.
Justify our stupidity.
Over reliance on magic can sometimes be a hindrance. Anyways, okay, dokie. Pellinor, Tuft, and Garrick will go about their searching. Meanwhile, Kaladin will hold behind Rock and Toomey. From what I understand, you two can see her. She can't pick anything up, but she can search much faster than just about any human. So she'll lead you to hopefully more weeds than we could find.
Perfect.
Cool. Alrighty. Toomey, could I get a survival check with advantage? The rest of you, just a regular survival check. And those of you who are not participating in the knobweed hunt, could I get you guys to roll strength checks for me?
Ooh.
I
What's our
guess.
Save
strength?
checks.
I'm so buff.
I'm good at what I do.
I
Regular
might
what
look
check,
old,
sorry?
but I ain't.
You Pelin, are survival.
Survival.
Boo.
Damn.
Alrighty.
Hiss.
Cool.
I roll.
Okay. Let's see here. Starting off here, you find a grand total of 27 stalks of knobweeds. Garrick, you find a total of 30. Jesus.
I'm good at my job.
Let's see here. Pelinar, you find 7.
37 total with us. Woo!
I was
Taft.
honestly expecting 1, so
Yeah.
cool.
Tufts will find 6. And meanwhile,
Advantage?
Taft? No. Rock, however, does.
That's fine. My brain.
Rock. Big man. Teft. Old man. Rock will find a grand total of 17. Alrighty. That's a decent amount. Well done. As for the rest of you, Raphael, you find yourselves some smaller stones to start lugging your way back to the carts. As you see some of the others pulling up stones, you'll hear them. Many of them curse out Kaladin for convincing Gaz to give them stone gathering duty and spit at him.
Yeah, sounds about right. I'm just struggling with like. Okay.
Luis is out here just pulling out these big old, like 2 bushels worth of rocks in his arms as he launches them onto the cart.
I am shaking my head at those not carrying their weight. I am not a do work type of guy. And I'm
Which is,
doing the most work over here. I'm carrying the team.
which is hilarious because you look over at your buddy Lowell and he's carrying like a little baseball sized rock. He just gently puts on the top of the pile.
I'm gonna give specifically Lowell because I found out that he also can read and write, and I also know the stipulation going on with that. I'm just like, oh, this poor bastard. Like, you're just trying your best. Like, just a little bit of pity just sweeps over me. He's the only one. Everybody else, I'm like, you're a goddamn disgrace. But him, I'm like, wow, this is all you got,
Dad.
isn't it?
You
Like,
see him
this is
sweating.
it. We are seeing you at your peak. This
This is peak performance for sure. I have
It's
no
like-
strength.
It's like
This is the best you'll get from me.
it's like Zoolander in the coal mines, just
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel you. This is insane. This
which
is
is funny
Ferrari
because
F1, baby.
he is a lean motherfucker. He looks like he has strength, but I guess it's just a lot of flexibility.
I'm dexterous AF.
In any case, as this whole situation is going, you guys will see the bushy-browed Thalen coming up in barracks, as he also has not quite as big of a bushel of rocks, but a decent amount that he will go ahead and splay down onto the ground.
That's right.
See, when I notice and I'm like walking by him, I'm just gonna be like, that guy knows what's up, but he's got a weird eyebrow thing, and I'm gonna have to broach that with some caution because I want to talk about it.
Says the man with crystal nails.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
see
yeah,
the old man.
again, it's going to be a bonding experience, but I already know now's not the time to bother an old man who's working. Maybe.
Flick my eyebrows.
Well, good job, folks, on those. Let's see here. Who has a good sleight of hand in my group of collectors here?
I got a +2.
I got a
Plus two.
+1.
Probably the +2 then.
+1.
We're level 1, right?
Oh,
Yep.
got you.
Okay. Yeah. Just making sure.
Sleight of hand then.
Freaking steal shit.
We'll just see how secure it is.
Oh,
Not very
boo.
secure.
Would she have advantage if we're helping her?
Do I notice
Sure.
this?
Roll a perception
Yeah.
check.
Not much better.
I thought you rolled a 22 and I was real happy for a moment.
No.
12 is
Yeah,
much
you
better.
You distinctly see Toomey just putting something on the bottom of the cart. Guards don't seem to notice. They don't really give a shit.
Does it look poorly done?
Yes.
It looks solid.
Okay.
Enough.
If it looks solid enough, then I'm gonna stay out of it.
Okay.
I'm not even looking because my character is really trying hard not to mention the eyebrows.
Dick.
Alrighty. As the time on the mountainside collecting stones comes to an end, you all make your way back to camp, or patted down on your way in. Cam, lol. Do you still have your arrowhead on you?
I do.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. It's not great.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
But I give him advantage!
And he's already dead. Make a new character.
Sure, why not? Take advantage, buddy.
I've done it for multiple people.
That's better.
Oh, you lucky fucker.
That's fine.
It's like we were building a
come
guillotine
over-
already.
I come over and I like point the guard to something that looks suspicious off to the side, and he's like, "Go the fuck away!"
Damn.
Like right as he's patting him down.
I thought I was gonna gain a best friend and lose him in the same fucking day.
I rolled a 15. The guard has a +2.
Yep.
You lucky fucker. In any case, you managed to slip by with your arrowhead still intact.
You know, I may or may not like whips and chains, so
Maybe.
I'm sort of just waiting for it.
This is true. Alrighty.
Hand in left.
Cool. My group of misfit toys. Kaladin will kind of gather you all around. Alright, who's willing to come in with me to town and try to collect those?
Would that be a very stealthy thing?
More than not.
I'll go.
Are you interjecting into this conversation?
Me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Look
After
over at you.
after witnessing what was happening earlier, I want to get involved. And hearing stealth, that's my forte. So
Okie dokie.
I kind of hold up my finger and I'll go over to him and I'll do a little sidebar with him. I'll draw the arrow in the ground and then point to me.
you want it?
I'm saying because I've already basically explained to you that if you get caught, you're gonna die with
Yeah.
this. I'm trying to lessen
Are
your
you-
chances of dying, is what I'm trying to say.
Are you well, yeah, no, I'm definitely I'm
Unless you
gonna
want to
keep
take the
it
weapon
for
with
sure.
you.
Oh yeah, are you telling me to give you the weapon? Because
Oh, you need to give it to me so you don't get caught with it. But
I'll
if you,
definitely, I'll let you have it for the time being. That's for sure.
I'm not going
okay
to
with
use it or
that.
nothing. I'm just going to hold it for you. So that way, if you get
Yeah.
caught, you're not going to be,
I appreciate you.
potentially
appreciate-
exterminated on the spot. Is my thought process.
Thank you,
Okay.
Garrick. I'll hand over the arrow. I appreciate you looking out for this, but keep a close eye on it.
Do I see them? Him, Cam's, Lol, hand, Garrick, something?
I would say I hold my coin pouch out that I made with bandages, basically, and he'll just slip it into that and look like something they slip into me.
Well, see, I'm asking because this is my best friend now.
Okay.
Whether
Look,
or
we're
not
even wearing matching shirts almost.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh wow.
It's mildly incredible.
I only just now realized that we're pretty much wearing opposite T-shirts.
Yeah. Well
This
done.
is dope.
Okay.
John and Jan never left.
Yeah, John and Jan.
Twins forevers.
Roll a perception check, please.
Okay. No, I
No.
did not see this. I have never seen it. I am way too distracted by the eyebrows. So now I'm gonna. Now that he's back, I'm gonna start a separate conversation, and I just can't hold it anymore, and just be like, "So, Brow, you feel how you feeling after today?"
Blatantly staring at the eyebrows, not
Oh,
even at his eyes.
absolutely.
Just
Mole.
Mole.
I went
She's
to
not
chop it up
not
with
gonna
a
respond.
guacamole.
I'm gonna pretend like I think he's talking to somebody else.
You. I'm talking. I was talking to you. You,
Hey,
Gaucho,
eyebrows.
over there, with the squiggly into the beard, doodad.
Just gonna walk somewhere else.
Brow, dare you walk away from me?
I'll smirk, but I'm just gonna keep walking. That was a good one.
Oh shit. Great.
I'm giving up now because I have made a spectacle of myself, and that's really the core.
just hear a slow clap. That was performed
Luis
beautifully.
is just trying to make friends wherever he's at. He knows he's in trouble, but
I'll give you a 10 out of 10 on that try. Good effort.
really intelligent, really charismatic, like the lowest wisdom possible. Context clues, not a thing.
We have ourselves a comedian over here.
We have an interesting party, people.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
On the other side, Lowell, you are accompanied by Old Man Tuft and Bridge Leader Kaladin as you make your way through the kind of outer markets. It's not what would you say? It's not frowned upon for bridgemen to come into the markets, particularly to grab a drink or you know, maybe if they save up enough money, go to one of the houses of pleasure, as it were.
Brothel.
However, to be a lone bridgeman is definitely a dangerous thing. However, as you guys kind of shift through the darkening parts and keep your eyes down as if you are doing some sort of task, you will find your way to the back of a bar and pick out a few what appear to be cracked bottles of old liquor. They're completely drained, but the glass is definitely broken in several areas. Glass is expensive enough that if it's intact, people will generally keep it and reuse it. However, once it cracks, most of the time they get rid of it. In any case, you guys pick up a couple of those, kind of place them into a crate before promptly heading over to the yard where the carts are stored.
What are we doing with broken glasses? They seem pretty worthless.
We'll be using them here shortly, but not right here. As you see him put the cart down, kind of an alleyway away from where the carts are stored. Okay, so I marked the side of the cart with an X. You should be able to see it pretty distinctly. It's just underneath the back of the cart on the left-hand side near the wheel. You ready?
You said underneath back of the cart by the wheel.
Yep.
Got it.
I'm ready. Well, let's go. As you see him kind of crouch down and start making his way in.
I'll-
It's at this point that you'll hear Teft kind of chime up. I can't do this. I'm going out. You'll see Kaladin turn around. Teft, please. I need you. And it's interesting because that word seems to resonate with Teft's need. And it's as if his demeanor kind of changes as Teft nods his head and starts following in behind you guys. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and first get a stealth check from you there, Mr. Longlimbs.
Like somebody's about to get whooped.
God damn. I need to
Alright.
reset these sad rolls today.
Not too bad.
Not the worst roll.
Not the
Kaladin got
worst.
a 19, Teft got a 15, so you guys are chilling. As you kind of separate into the three kind of pathways that the carts naturally create, roll a perception check there, Mr. Longlimbs. Jesus, Kaladin, you're rolling fucking great tonight. Ooh. After maybe a good 10 minutes worth of searching, you do see what looks like a little kid sat on a stool on top of a little awning. He has one hand laying on his head. And he's just seems to be very well sleeping. Lul, as you are going by, eventually you feel something odd on one of the carts. And as you kind of pull around, you see the X there.
Can I try and reach for where I was told as
Yep.
I'm walking by, like in one smooth motion?
Sure. Roll sleight of hand check. See how smooth you
Okay.
are.
Let's see. Come on. Not great.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
You are smooth. Like butter. As you collect 2 of the bushels, you will see Kaladin come back with another one of the bushels, and Teft as well. As you coalesce, grab them, put them into the box, and start making your way back to camp along with the glass bottles. As the 3 of them reapproach, Rock, Garrick, do you want to join for the second part of this? Toomey, yep. Nope, she's not here at all. Pellinor.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Cool. The group of 7 will head out towards the honor chasm. You get the hint that there's kind of a side eye by some of the guards who are patrolling the rim, but nobody really pays too much attention to Birchman heading towards the honor chasm. As Kaladin lays down the bottles, he will go ahead and start putting one out in front of each of you. So, pretty simple. As he takes out one of the stalks, you'll pull off the fuzzy tip on it, grab it on one side, grab just beneath it, and then squeeze down as maybe a drop or 2 of this kind of milky white liquid plops out into the bottle, where he will then promptly chuck it into the honor chasm. I thought you said we weren't throwing it away, Taft says, gruffly. We're not. We got what we need, as he holds up the very small drop of white liquid at the bottom of his bottle. Well, let's get going. Otherwise, we'll be here all night.
Okay.
Do it.
Alrighty.
Rolling now.
You guys talking about anything while you're going about your...
Sorry, I don't talk.
You could always play charades, though.
Yeah. Nah. I'm just gonna go relax in my corner. Wait, Lola's back, right?
Everybody. You guys are all out at the
At some
honor
point,
chasm.
I will. At some point, I'll pull Lol to the side and hand him back his arrowhead.
Okay. You have it back to him. Yeah, you guys are out at the honor chasm currently, milking the knob.
Milking that shit,
Not
milking them
you.
weeds.
One out, or is that everyone? Everyone.
No. Those of you who are not traditionally part of the plan, so Mr. Verix, Raphael, and Luis are not currently out there.
There we suck.
Suck.
I have more interesting matters to attend to.
Yes.
We
I'm
have
very
cots,
excited.
right?
Huh?
We have cots, right?
Sort of. You guys are... It's mostly like a blanket and a hard bit of the floor to sleep on that's unoccupied.
Would
Love that.
there be any religious literature afoot? Or
God,
any of any kind?
No.
It
No.
was
You
Do you
own
think he'd
nothing.
make that mistake again?
You own nothing.
Well, I mean, even if it's literally like a sign written on the wall.
No.
it's
Can he create a deity in his mind?
Fine would be.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't.
I got one from the exciting.
Alrighty.
And you don't teach you my quarter, I am going to smack
do,
you.
do I know if our captors Actually, you know what? I don't have any wisdom. It doesn't matter. I'm going to think this is a really smart thing to do. I'm just going to go start in the corner, keeping a list of names of the people I've met. So I'm just going to in the corner, that's where I'm going to go ahead and write those in the dirt.
You get a couple uncomfortable looking stares from any of the Yakoved or Alethi as they see a man writing.
Do I see my name
Nope.
for that? Okay.
You are not here. You are by the
Has
honor
anybody
chasm, currently
else noticed
squeezing
that
the knob.
Has anybody else been able to notice that there is just this man's name written right in front of the door?
I mean, it's in Herdasian, so it kind of looks like just scribbles.
For a good time, call this number.
Yeah.
Wait, can I read her Daisian?
Hilarious. Yes. Yes, you can.
Yes.
And just to help keep track of it, I added a language that is canon in D&D called Hadazi, because that is the monkey people species, and I figured that was pretty close to Herdasian.
Good. And did I see Garrick's name written in front of the door?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I'll go up to Garrick and be like, "Did you learn to write? Why is your name written in front of the door?"
I go to look and I'm like,
Yeah, that says Garrick.
I'll shrug
Louise.
and then
Specifically, it
Kinda-
says Gaharak.
Gaharak. Well, if you don't mind. All right then.
As the 7 individuals are out at the honor chasm, this is where Teft will introduce himself around for the first time. And once he gets to Rock, he'll hold out his hand and they'll introduce themselves. And Teft will look at him. What kind of name is Rock? Rock looks down. A stupid one, but at least it has meaning. What kind of meaning is Rock? It's a shortening of my full name.
What's your full name?
You will not be able to pronounce it. Well, he says this to everybody else minus you. Teft raises an eyebrow. Okay. Numuhuku God, this is so fucking. Numuhuku kuma kai lai. Aya Lunamore.
Yeah, I'm definitely sticking with Rock.
I'm pretty sure those are the lyrics to Shakira's World Cup song. It's time for Africa.
Numuhuku muka maki aki ali Lunamore. That is.
See, my name's short.
You want to say your name out loud?
I already
Do
said
it.
it.
He's like, not
please.
again.
Believe in you.
Tuma Alki Ukali Lei.
Well done. Yeah, you have a lot more apostrophes in your name than he does.
I do.
Weirdos.
Yes. Being ski.
Sorry, what was that?
No, I was just saying everyone's got such big ass naming schemes.
Well,
Me.
they're horn eaters, so their names are technically poems.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The fuck. It's at this point that after a hearty laugh by the group, Kaladin will look over at Rock. So how does a horn eater exactly make his way here? As you'll see Teft basically immediately slap over at Kaladin. Hey lad, names are one thing, but a past are a whole other. As you'll see Rock kind of hold his hand. It's okay. This thing is fine. I will speak of this thing. You'll see Rock kind of sit up straight and get a big booming storyteller-y voice. My people have no shard blades. Well, that's not unusual. Other than Alethkar and Yakavad, few kingdoms have many blades. This is not true. Thalena has 5 blades and 3 full suits of plate, all held by royal guards. The Sealy have their share of both suits and blades. Other kingdoms, such as Herdaz, have a single blade instead of plate. This is passed down through the royal line. But the Ukalaki, we have not a single shard. Many of our Nuatoma. This thing is the same as your light eyes, only their eyes are not light. How can a light eyes be without light eyes? Taft asks with a scowl. By having dark eyes. Rock says, no, as if it's obvious. To me, you get it. We do not pick our leaders this way. It is complicated, but do not interrupt story. He says, and you see him kind of milk another reed before throwing it into the honor chasm.
Milk another knob.
Milk another knob. Gotta rub and milk that knob. The Nuatoma, they see our lack of shards as a great shame. And they want these weapons very badly. It is believed that the Nuatoma who first obtains a shard blade would become king. A thing that we have not had in many years. No peak would fight another peak if they held one of the blessed plates. So you came to buy one? No shard bearer would sell their weapon. They're worth kingdoms. Buy? No, we are not so foolish as this. But my new Atoma, he knew of your tradition, eh? That if a man kills a shard bearer, then he takes the blade and plate of his own. And so my new Atoma and his house, we made a grand procession coming down to find and kill one of your shard bearers. Do me.
Mm-hmm.
That's familiar. I assume it proved a bit more difficult than that, Paladin says. My new Atoma was no fool. He knew this thing would be difficult. But your tradition, it gives us hope, you see. Occasionally, a brave new Atoma comes down to duel a shard bearer. Someday we will win, and we will have shards. Perhaps. Assuming they agree to duel you in a bout to the death. Oh, they always agree. The new Atoma brings many riches and promises all of his possessions to the victor. Your light eyes they cannot pass upon so warm. To kill an Unkalaki with no shard blade, they do not see this thing as difficult. My new Atoma have died, many new Atoma have died, but it's all right. Eventually we will win. He kind of nods over at you, Toomey.
Eventually.
And have one set of shards. Alethkar has dozens. One is a beginning. My new Atoma lost, so now I am Bridgeman. Wait. You came all this way with your Bright Lord, and once he lost, you up and joined a bridge crew? No, you see. My new Atoma, he challenged High Prince Sadius. It is well known that there are many shard bearers here on the Shattered Plains. My new Atoma thought it easier to fight a man with only plate first, then win blade later. And? Once my new Atoma lost to Bright Lord Sadius, all of us became his. So you're a slave? No, we do not have this thing. I was not a slave of my new Atoma. I was his family. It's getting to me. You're like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trace, would
Yes.
I know anything about this considering my position?
The specific event?
Yeah, considering my position under Sadius.
You heard that
Or
there
would
was
I have maybe even been there for this?
been there. No.
thank God.
However, you did hear that there were a couple of Horn Eaters who came down from the peaks. Specifically, two families within about 2 weeks of each other that came down and decided to fight Sadius right around the same time.
And why aren't you under Sadius anymore, Rock?
Oh no,
We're all under Sadius right now.
y'all are.
No,
This is
but
Sadius's war camp.
so you weren't sold to Sadius
Oh no,
in the deal.
he won me. um,
And he put you here?
um,
That's
Doesn't
a hell
sound
of a
like
question.
a great place to
The
put a
man's
family
just
member.
a goldfish from
Ah.
a carnival.
Sadius is not related to him.
Sadius is not related to him. Sadius is the shard bearer who killed his Unkalaki, or his new Atoma, rather. So,
To what?
He's the man who exterminated his family.
yeah.
Do I know what a new Atoma is, or is that not going to be
You
relevant? in
are
your
not
character?
here.
Well, okay. I wasn't going to ask for an explanation if I didn't know. But
To me, he looks
Martini.
over at you knowingly. Back home on the peaks, I am a cook. Sadius decided to add me to his cooks. I was still upset that my new Atoma had been killed by him, and I figured these Alethi, they spice their food so much that you can't hardly taste it. So I served him something special.
What did you serve him?
Choldung. I made him a choldung patty in a choldung curry. And I even minced some of it up and put it on as a little chutney.
He didn't like it.
As it turns out, he was able to taste the difference, so he had me thrown into a bridge crew. Yeah, so Childung, literal, imagine cow shit.
Poo poo.
Yep. But yes, this is how I came to be.
Okay.
Um,
And they helped him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Lord. In any case. Anything else?
What about you, Taft?
You see him hold up a slightly gnarled old finger at you. Not all of us are so keen on Sharon as that horn eater. As he will, however, you will hear Rock pipe up. And what of you, our brave bridge leader? How did you come to be here? Kaladin will look over. Taft will pipe up. Yeah, you made him tell the story. What about you? I killed a Light Eyes. This is shocking. Number one, why he's still alive? That makes no sense.
You want to elaborate?
You see Taft kind of squint his eyes.
On purpose?
How are you still alive, lad? Well, I wasn't made a slave because of the Light Eyes I killed. I was made a slave because of the Light Eyes I didn't. As you see him chuck another reed into the honor chasm. Rock, you should just be glad that your new Atoma died without the knowledge that he was wasting his time. You see him throw another reed into the honor chasm after milking it. What do you mean? Everyone knows this is the tradition. They would never give away their plates. And that seems to be kind of the final word Kaladin will speak on. In any case, the next hour passes. Anybody have any general questions in that upper group for anybody else? Cool. Rest of the night passes. You guys end up with about 4 full bottles worth of Napwitsa, which is very good. You'll see Kaladin go back and start immediately applying some of it to the injured men. And he'll kind of stand there at the end of the night looking over the group of largely dejected individuals. It's been a very interesting night for those of you who were up there. You haven't really felt laughter in a while. So it's kind of nice to laugh over Rock's name, the Choldung. Those of you who are out, roll a perception check.
The ones of us chilling.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I love it when you say that. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh my.
Man.
Such low rolls
The
tonight.
eyebrows, man, they've caught my attention and they're not going away.
Lord. Let's see here. Yeah, only Varix. Varix, you'll see the tall Horn Eater walk up to Kaladin and pat him on the shoulder. You do good work here. The men, 3-4 weeks, they'll be yours. You see Kaladin kind of sigh. In 3 or 4 weeks, they'll all be dead, Rock. Can't wait that long. As he will kind of head to bed for the night. As we all head to bed, could I get another Arcana check for everybody this time?
Everybody?
Everybody.
Oh, somebody with a natural 20.
Me.
Oh, dang it.
Got two
Okay.
high ones in a row. Better write that down, Marshall.
Back.
Get that,
Big.
man.
Rolling Arcana check.
Getting those little natural ones out of the way, getting the natural 20s, jot it down. Those fucking 3 at the beginning scared me for the night. It's the first one for the night for nat 20s.
Oh my god.
Varix, you feel as if there's something connecting you almost to some of the others in your cabin. You'll also see something interesting just before you go to bed. Let me see exactly what you see.
What does Brands or what does Varric say?
Interesting. Um, from the side of the wall right next to where you're at, you see these kind of slightly shifting little, they look like spikes of stone that are sticking out of the wall and kind of just gently undulating in the same spot. And as you kind of notice this, you're like, oh, that's fucking weird. You find your way to sleep and you feel a connection gripping in your chest. And then you feel it shift over to Garrick. Garrick, you feel kind of a almost small pop as something happens in your dreams, which then moves to Raphael. You feel yourself connecting to something. Luis, Toomey. Luis and Toomey, you guys snap into focus briefly as you are going to bed. And lastly, Pelinar and Lowell, you feel yourself go into a strange connection. As you all feel your eyes kind of open, it is not dark as you would normally expect. In fact, it is quite bright out. And you're on a set of horses, which, by the way, are very expensive. And there's a full retinue of what appear to be soldiers and surgeons and scribes and other figures around you. But most importantly, to your left, you see four figures in shining shard blade, or shard plate, rather. And you're out on the plateaus. You see a not so familiar to you, but very familiar to Meta, you, version of shard plate there. And as you kind of reach into your memory, you it almost snaps into reality who you are all at once. Oh, you're the Cobalt Guard the direct elite protectors of Dalinar, Kolin, whom is wearing his slate gray shard plate and on a Rishadium, which is a type of horse that is about twice the size of a regular horse, generally considered incredibly smart and would be considered worth a kingdom, except for they only pick specific riders. So it's not something that anybody can tame and just get onto. They pick who they want.
So Jade's literal worst
Mom
nightmare.
chooses the leader.
Horses
Big
are
horse.
fucking terrifying, dude.
In front, you'll see the resplendent armor of the royal house of Kolin, currently being worn by the king Elokar Kolin, the nephew of Dalinar. And to the side, you'll see High Lord Sadius and his red shard plate. Behind, you'll see in vibrant blue shard plate with its helm off currently, Adolin Kolin, the oldest son of Dalinar. And on his to his side, riding a smaller horse, you'll see Renarin Kolin. Similar hair, kind of black with little specks of blonde throughout. Only he wears glasses and is much slighter than his brother. As you all go, let's go ahead and roll a. Well, actually, so this is a circumstance in which you are half yourself and half somebody else. It's very unusual. It's as if you're almost forgetting who you are by a moment and remembering somebody
someone else.
else's life. In a way, it's as if you are an observer without a great deal of control. But you're also the one simultaneously controlling. It's surreal. In any case, you all will hear Elokar as you're riding fairly close. Shout out. Today is an excellent day to slay a god, wouldn't you see? Wouldn't you say? Undoubtedly, your majesty, Sadius says in his red armor. His reply quick and almost too smooth with a knowing smile. One might say that the gods, as a rule, should fear the Alethi nobility. Most of us, at least, he says, casting a wry look over at Dalinar. You see Adolin tense as he grips his reins a little more tightly. Do we have to ride up here at the front? Renarin whispers to his brother. I want to listen, Adolin replies softly. He and his brother are riding near the front of the column, near the king and high princes. Behind them extends a grand procession. 1,000 soldiers in Kolin blue, dozens of servants, and even women in palanquins to scribe accounts of the hunt. Adolin glances at them as he reached for his canteen. He took a long drink of lukewarm water as Sadius rode to the king's left and Dalinar to his right. As conversation kind of steers farther away from what you guys can hear, you'll hear Adolin and Renarin in the back whispering. It happened again last night, Adolin says to Renarin during the high storm. I know. What do you think they mean? Father's episodes. I don't know. Renarin, we can't keep ignoring them. The soldiers are talking. Rumors are spreading through all 10 armies. Roll a history check with advantage. All y'all.
All of us?
All y'all.
History check.
Oh,
with
y'all.
advantage. Back from smoking to do that.
Solid. Sheesh.
Okay.
I'll take
Hmm.
I'll take my 21 first though.
Yeah, I think most of y'all folks got this minus Varix.
Damn it.
Yeah. There's been rumors spreading recently that Dalinar Kholin has had fits during high storms. Some say that it's battle shock. Some say he's going mad. Overall, everybody just thinks that the Blackthorn is finally going crazy and losing his touch. As you all approach kind of the front group again, you kind of come in the middle of a conversation. Been the model of courage lately, Sadius, the king was saying. You've done very well in capturing gem hearts. You are to be commended. Thank you, your majesty. Though the competition grows unexciting, as some people don't seem interested in participating, I guess even weapons eventually grow dull. He casts another kind of demeaning glance over at Dalinar. Dalinar, who may have once responded to the veiled slur in no less than a duel, says nothing. Adolin gritted his teeth. It was flat out unconscionable for Sadius to be taking shots at his father in his present state. You know that Adolin is fond of challenging and going to the dueling arenas. However, to challenge a high prince is very untraditional, to say the least. As you see Elhokar complaining about how long the procession is taking, Adolin delivers scout reports from the back. Nothing to report much. As Elhokar looks over at Dalinar. Uncle, can we not just go forward and scout ourselves? The Parshendi won't come this close. I don't know if that's fine. As you see the king and Dalinar swing off their horses and go skittering up what looks like a larger plateau kind of section that's sticking up in the air. You see almost a competition appear before you as Dalinar starts making his way up towards Elhokar, who got a decent head start and closes the gap a decent ways. And you look and you're like, okay, Dalinar's about to pass him for sure. And then he stops just before he reaches the top and appears to let Elhokar win the small bout. As the two survey the surrounding area, after a minute, you'll see the pair of them, well, specifically Elhokar, King Elhokar, jump from the top of the little raised platform and crash into the ground with a resounding thud as his shard plate absorbs the massive impact. Dalinar is a bit more reserved. He makes his way down to a more reasonable distance and then drops. As the day kind of grinds on a little bit further. You all start to realize how close you've come to the end of this. On the platform ahead, just over here, you see a chull kind of lumbering out. This is the chull bait. Basically, what the group are going to do is take up what are called shard bows. They're not actual shard. They are just very large bows that fire essentially a ballista bolt. And pepper the chasm fiend from the outside, wearing it down before they eventually finish it off with a sharp blade. Roll a perception check.
Everyone?
Everybody?
Everybody.
Perception is being. Ooh,
All right.
another natty
Perception, right?
20
Hell yeah, boy.
to make up for it.
Garrick, as
Gonna
you're
make it up.
surveying the field, you hear the huntmaster bot who's talking to Dalinar and Elokar, kind of explaining the conditions of the hunt. Definitely not pupating, and it's a good target. Blah blah. Blah. Meanwhile, Pelinar, you step forward and you look at the Chol, and at the end of the rope, there's nothing. There should be baits or something else. The rope is just frayed. And then you hear kind of a scraping off to your left.
Oh.
What do you do?
Homie don't like that. Guys, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Bad feeling
I
about
think
what?
we're not alone. I'll hold up the frayed end. I'm pretty sure something ate this. And
As
I
soon
think
as
it's
he's
still around.
As soon as he says the word "this," you hear this almost quadrupled trumpeting sound
Oh.
as monumentous chitinous legs pull themselves from between the chasms, look out at you all, crash down a claw into the Chol, where dinner plate sized chunks of its chitinous armor on the outside scatter everywhere, raise it up, and cut its whining short as it consumes it. Before you is a 30-foot tall, who knows how long chasm fiend. And it is way too close.
Oh no. Oh
It's
no,
tiny.
no.
Baby monster.
I bet my guy is gonna do a sick flip before he dies in this one too.
Jesus.
It is in this moment that Varix, you feel your perspective somewhat shift.
Oh.
You are no longer in the body of the Cobalt Guard member. You are feeling the thoughts and feelings of Dalinar Kholin. And there's one sentence that reverberates through your mind. 10 heartbeats. 10 heartbeats. 1. That was how long it took to summon a shard blade. If Dalinar's heart was racing, the time was shorter. If he was relaxed, it took longer. 2. On the battlefield, the passing of those beats would stretch like an eternity. He pulled his helm on as he ran. 3. The chasm fiend slammed an arm down, smashing the bridge filled with attendants and soldiers. People screamed, plunging into the chasm. Dalinar dashed forward on plate-enhanced legs, following the king. 4. The chasm fiend towered like a mountain of interlocking carapace, the color of dark violet ink. Dalinar could see why the Prashindi called these things gods. It had a twisted, arrow-like face, its mouth full of barbed mandibles. While it was vaguely crustacean, this was no bulky, placid shoal. It had 4 wicked foreclaws set into broad shoulders, each claw the size of a horse, and a dozen smaller legs clutched the sides of the plateau. 5. Chitin made a grinding noise against the stone as the creature finished pulling itself onto the plateau. 6. To arms! To arms! Elokar bellowed ahead of Dalinar. Archers, fire! 7. Distracted from the unarmed, Dalinar bellowed at his soldiers. The creature cracked the Chol's head. 8. Dalinar leapt the rocky shelf and sailed 5 yards before slamming into the ground, throwing up chips of rock. 9. The chasm fiend bellowed with an awful screeching sound. It trumpeted with 4 voices overlapping each other. Archers drew. Elokar yelled orders just in front of Dalinar, his blue cape flapping. Dalinar's hand tingled with anticipation. 10. His shard blade, Oathbringer, formed in his hand, coalescing from mist, appearing as the 10th beat of his heart thudded through his chest. 6 feet long from tip to hilt, the blade would have been unwieldy in the hands of any man not wearing shard plates. To Dalinar, it felt perfect. He carried Oathbringer since his youth, bonding it when he was 20 weepings old. It was long and slightly curved, a handspan wide, with wave-like serrations near the hilt. It had carved at its tip a fisherman's like hook, and it was wet and cold with dew. The sword was part of him. He could sense its energy running along the blade, as if it were eager. A man never really knew life itself until he charged into battle with plate and blade. Make it angry, Elokar bellowed, his shard blade springing from mist in his hand. It was long and thin with a large crossguard, and was edged on the sides with the 10 fundamental glyphs. He didn't want the monster to escape. Dalinar could hear it in his voice. And as Elokar rushed forward, Adolin and Dalinar came together. 2 on each side of the beast began slicing through the legs in a wide arc, attempting to cripple and remove all use from them. And yet, as the king rode toward the beast in order to make a blow towards the more center of its chest, you see the saddle, the strap on the bottom of it, snap as it completely shifts and he collapses onto the ground. Dalinar and Adolin had gone through maybe 6 of the creature's legs and were pretty far away when Elokar went down. With an angry trumpet, you see the chasm fiend start to bring down the claw on the king. In a moment, you see the tenuous last strand that held together the 10 princedoms of Alethkar. A vague vengeance pact made to a dead king, all resting in the hands of his son, about to be snuffed out, a kingdom sent into war. And just as you think that it's all going to come to an end at the hand of a chasm fiend. You all see the Blackthorn for the first time in years, as Dalinar moves unlike any man ever could in plates. He skids and slides as if he's on ice and falls right before the king, holding the claw from its final smash. It's in this moment that you see small globs of glory spin start to spin around his head. As he shouts at Adolin, "Finish it!" You'll see the large mandibles of the chasm fiend start to make their way down and towards Dalinar and the king, when Adolin, with a upwards strike right down through its head, severs the brain, and its eyes, all four of them, burn out. And all at once, all 7 of you start awake, back in your barracks.
Damn, it was a dream.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, I'm outside, but that's still okay.
Hey, man. You're in your area. You all look around and you see a couple other individuals kind of similarly awake. What do?
This area, did the area around this look familiar to me? By any chance?
It was on a plateau.
Hard to say. Okay.
Double check that I'm still
more
me.
angry that I saw General Sadi's in my dreams. I hate the man, so I'm just pissed off that I saw him right now.
Mm-hmm.
I had to
You
think
also
of an
got to see
asshole.
Dalinar. So that
Yeah,
was
that was kind of cool. You know, checks and balances.
Immediately start just being like, still here, still physical, yeah. Oh, fuck. Looking around. I've had weird dreams before, but that was something else.
Everybody except for Raphael roll a perception check.
Perception.
Nope.
Lowell, Pelinar, and hilariously enough, Garrick on the outside all hear. Oh, no, that's a separate one. Yep, no, just Pelinar and Lowell. You guys will hear the exclamation by Raphael that he too, rather, just had some weird dreams.
I'm gonna
Kicking the
note
blanket
that,
off.
So,
What?
but I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna immediately start trying to do some breathing exercises because I was fucking whack.
what happened in your dream, if I might ask?
I'm pretty sure that this was a message of some sort. Do you believe in prophecy? I'm
Pelinar,
gonna immediately like lunge
Pelinar,
forward, grab
you-
onto the blankets that you have, and just lean in, just
Pelinar.
wild eyes.
Pelinar, you expressly do not believe in prophecy. It is very much so against the church's religion.
Prophecy's a sin, so no.
Sin? What's life if you don't indulge in a little bit of sin? It takes all the fun out of it. Anyways, that
Debauchery?
definitely. Have you seen where we're at?
Fair enough.
Yes,
But
obviously.
I believe that our
Leans
Savior
up,
will save
slaps
us.
you on the side of the face. Wake up! All right?
Oh God.
You're already in hell. You might as well enjoy it.
Unnecessary. I mean, yeah, this place sucks, but it could always be worse.
It's the type
You
of,
confuse me
it's the
greatly.
type of can do attitude we like in this army.
Anyway, your dream. What happened in your dream? I had a pretty weird one too.
Is someone else seeing through their eyes? There was a battle, a great and terrible battle. I'm pretty sure everyone died. I don't know how else they could have survived that.
With a giant monster?
Yes. Yes. Very crab-like. Not pleasant at all. There was
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that man was, you know, the one who
You
runs
cut
this.
out for some of that.
As I said, I'm pretty sure that the one who runs this camp was there. Which means that this has already happened. Maybe it wasn't a prophecy, and it was something that had already happened. But wouldn't that also make it already have been a prophecy, since it was... What was in your dream?
Was he wearing incredible large shard armor and carrying a blade with a hook at the end?
Yes, actually.
That was another
And there
person,
were
but yes.
4 of them, right? 4?
There were 4 shard bearers total. There was Sadius in the red plate. He does not have the blade. There was Dalinar, who runs a separate war camp, who did have the blade. And Elikar and Adolin, his nephew and son, who both have blades.
Right, right. Yeah, no, that one, the one who runs this camp, I didn't see a blade. But the one you're speaking of, I believe that was the blue one. Does that mean if you shared my dream and I shared your dream, it must be fate?
Either
It has to. There's no other reason.
Praise the Great One.
Fate might be a strong word, but it is very, very peculiar that we happen to share the same vision of the past. That makes me
Where did yours cut off then?
quite uneasy.
Because I imagine
Right as the battle
you woke up at the same time that I did. It was with the great big claws coming down after he had fallen off. Right?
Aye, that's exactly where it ended.
So strange. It has to mean something. But why would it come to us? I mean, look where we're at, who we are.
That's the question. We can't be the only ones who had the same vision.
Look, so I'm gonna immediately look around if anyone else is awake.
I see a lot of people sleep.
Oh, Luis is definitely with my roll perception roll. I just went right back to sleep. It was a noise, and I am a sleepy boy.
In any case, you all have your kind of conversation peter out for the night. Decide to go back to bed. Bridgemen don't get enough rest as it is. And the next morning, as you're all seeing Garrick and Kaladin do their morning training, you'll hear a rumor that apparently sometime yesterday, the king and Sadius, as well as Dalinar, were attacked by a chasm fiend on a great shell hunt.
Immediately locks gaze to the one that I just had talked with, fates, prophecy. It could happen.
To be fair, it had already happened at the point where you had seen it, so.
The gods are speaking to us.
Yeah, they are.
I don't like this. This may be heresy.
I'm gonna walk up to my gibberish speaking friend.
Yeah.
So, brother, did you hear the rumor?
Oh, I didn't hear nothing, Goncho. I was right swagged.
Well, there's a rumor going around that the king was attacked by what is it called?
Chasm Fiend.
A chasm fiend.
Crab demon.
Oh, right.
But
I feel like somebody might have told me about that, but
the the craziest thing though, I had a dream about it last night, and when I woke up, I heard Raphael and Eleanor talking about the same dream. So
I, to be honest, I kind of had a dream that I was a king being attacked out in the whoop whoop by a chasm beast.
Did you
you were
say
the
whoop
king?
whoop?
Yes, out in the whoop
Okay.
whoop.
Just wanted to make sure I heard that right. Continue.
Interesting. So all four of us had the same dream. But what does it
I want to
mean?
start checking my ears to see if any sort of like mind parasite decided to crawl in my head.
As you check your ears, you just see your little golden sprin.
Dude, they're all behind the eyes. That's how it obviously is. Gosh.
You see a little golden sprin just hanging out around you.
Get out of there. You can go literally anywhere else, but not there.
You see it just bouncing up and down.
Wanted it. We have to set boundaries at some points.
Alrighty. The day passes, and you all will find nightfall come with relative ease. It was a relaxed day. There wasn't a bridge run. It's fine. Garrick, in particular, since you are out there, you see the tall figures of Kaladin and Rock making their way up with what appears to be a large cauldron. As they set up a fire, fill it with water, and start dumping in a decent amount of ingredients.
Watching questioningly, like, what the hell's going on here?
After a little bit, the stew becomes quite fragrant as
That's
eventually you see one of the figures, one of the other bridgemen, a younger one, red hair, kind of gentle, boyish face, one that you recognize as Small Dunny. Can be no more than probably 16. Makes his way out and kind of looks. You want some soup? Hear Kaladin say. Soup is not ready yet. Give it more time.
I would like to step in, crack my knuckles, and get to cooking.
Do not touch soup.
no soup for
No
you.
soup for you.
Brittany, all I can think of is the soup room.
Oh no.
As about 10 more minutes pass, you see a lot of the bridgemen start to make their way out and kind of are curious about the situation when you see Rock finally look up. Soup is ready. As he takes a bowl, ladles some in, hands it to the first person. There's a warm fire, and some of the people start taking the soup back into the barracks, but others will start to actually stick around the fire. And you see kind of jovial conversation starting up. Those of you that are, well, everybody's a little curious about this, where they got the money for what must be a not expensive meal, but more expensive than your average bridgeman could probably make.
I mean, I'm not the kind to ask questions.
You see a few of the holdouts in the back. The most vocal opposition to Kaladin kind of staying at a distance as Teft kind of leans over to Kaladin. What are you going to do, lad? Kaladin leans over. You ever known a man to deny a warm fire and some good soup? No. So we wait. And you wait for about 15 more minutes, and then eventually Moash and a few of the others make their way out, are offered a bowl, and take it. The night passes with a few jokes, some laughs, some warmth, and for the first time in months, a full belly. As you come to sleep that night, feel like you earn just a teeny tiny part of yourself back from the hell that slavery has been. You feel just a little bit like yourselves again. And with that, we'll go ahead and end session.
I was gonna say the music makes me feel like something crazy